house at a Broncos game out in front, but now with all the Swifties trying to come in and catch a glimpse, maybe a Taylor Swift, that's pretty crazy.
I know.
Including the Dells with their shirts and their sleeves.
I know.
And Tom Brady and Giselle were together forever. That never seemed to be too big of a distraction.
That's different because Giselle was a world supermodel.
Mm-hmm. I guess that's true. Taylor Swift is a bigger icon.
Down with Taylor Swift.
They're going for the $1 billion princess.
That's right. The NFL gained a whole nother audience.
Yeah,
they did. I was even talking at work today that we need to create a shot game. Every time that NFL games show Taylor Swift in a box, you got to do a shot.
I would get drunk.
Yeah.
Love it. Looks like she's a drinker too. She's always holding a drink in the audience.
Yeah. Her and Mahomes is.
Oh yeah. Hey, Bama, remember?
Yeah, they have their own secret handshake. They're like besties now.
I think that's freaking badass. I think that's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, no, they put a whole nother
My new best friend.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's great.
It is.
Tickets.
Where's T Swizzle from? She's from the Midwest.
Nashville.
Yeah, so
she's a Nashville
Southern girl. No wonder she's got a good voice. And
she's a Southern belle.
It looks like she does. Southern belle. Hell
she's a Southern belle.
That's right.
How did they? I'm always crazy busy. How did they meet? Anybody know?
He went to her concert in Kansas City.
And so of course she got VIP
stadium, and he was like, "You should come see. I came to see you. You should come see me perform in this stadium."
That's what I heard. Yes.
I think it was like through Instagram, and she messaged him back, and then they I don't know. She went to his game, and then here they are. Now they're a celeb couple.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, he wanted to give her I guess the friend bracelets when you go to Taylor Swift concerts, that kind of thing. But yeah, he was upset he couldn't meet her to give her one of those kind of thing. And yeah, they connected after that. Yeah. Pretty cool. I mean,
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Joni loves chocolate.
Yeah, I said that today too at work.
It's a cool celebrity couple. Man, that's got to be crazy though. Like you were saying, because she's such a star that
I know.
But she looks like just a fan, man. When they show her a lot of times in the booth, celebrating and all that.
She looks just like a normal fan, which I think is really cool.
It's all about the freaking game, man. Yeah, and I wonder if she knew anything about football before her and Travis was together. But that's Vanderbilt. You might know about some basketball and Vanderbilt.
How was Taylor Swift single before that? I guess you just whatever. It doesn't make the right dude.
Comes out with this brand new song every time they break up. Yeah. Wonder what Kelsey and her. I used to love NFL. Now we can go to hell.
And Derek Jeter, pro baseball players ever. Dude, that dude just did his thing.
Yeah, Jim Rome tells a story about that.
Swift and Kelsey, that's a little different. It seems like.
Yeah, that's cool. Good for them. Okay, let's run the intro real quick, and then I guess we'll.
Too bad you're gonna cry next week in Denver.
We'll see.
I mean, he got 5 touchdowns.
What are they going to be crying about?
Yeah, they're going to be crying about beating them.
All right, another amazing edition of Sports and Tacos. We are back once again. Kind of a little bit of a vacation. I mean, we did a show. We did a show last weekend, the quick show. But sports ball has not stopped while we've been away. But I think we should have Greg Vaughn and Paul Pratt. They're both maybes tonight, so just keep an eye on the StreamYard windows. So
well, I still got my Tony Weisers loaded, so let's lock it.
Greg was in some big meeting. He was wanting us to wish him good thoughts. I didn't know he has like a big wine company, and
Oh wow.
they're like,
Yeah, no, it's his number. It's like GV Greg Vaughn the number. Yeah, heck yeah. Damn, sorry, I can't think of it now, Greg. Crap, I had it in my head while
he
he's
texted
got
me.
some. Yes, heck yeah.
He texted me earlier, and there's some big whatever big distributor with like 20. He's got a big meeting with the big wine distributor. He's trying to be done. So that fingers are crossed for Greg. So
dang straight, Greg. Heck yes, man. Good thoughts, good vibes. Hell yeah.
That's right. Go Greg. We love wine.
Yes, wine and baseball and all the things. So yeah, lots of sports has been going on. I am a Colorado Avalanche fan nowadays. I'm a suck for luck. What would it be? I don't know. We need a something for Caleb, like theme, because I literally only want the Denver Broncos to win one more game all season, and that's against the Raiders. Because, Tony, every one of these wins now is probably going to cost us 5 positions in the draft.
Well, right now it already costed us 3, so we're in the 7th position now.
And these are meaningless wins. Unless 6-pound, 8-ounce sweet baby Jesus, Tim Tebow is going to put on the uniform and bring us back from the dead this season, you can stick a fork in it because it's done. And all that matters is draft picks and getting a new effing quarterback.
But you didn't hurt anything because all of the one-loss teams also won. Every one-loss team, I'm pretty sure,
they did.
Patriots, the Bears, the Broncos, the other one-loss team I'm drawing a blank on. They all won this weekend. The Giants, that's the one I'm thinking of. They all won this weekend. So the Broncos didn't lose anything in a draft slot.
The only thing that's going to fix the Broncos is to replenish the talent.
Are you not happy that your beloved, sorry-ass Broncos won a game?
No. I want to lose every game the rest of the season except for the Raiders game. That's it. The only thing that's going to help us is draft talent on the effing field.
You can go from a 1-5 team and make the playoffs. Last one to do it was G-Unit, your Chiefs.
Really?
You can go from a 1-5 team, and hey, they've got a one win right now. Granted, they should have had about 4 or 5 if they really wanted to compete, but
there's still hope.
It's possible. Anything's possible. Don't suck for luck. Suck my. Yeah.
You can hope in one hand and you can poop in the other and see which one fills up first.
You suck for luck. You might get luck. You might get freaking the pass.
We need talent. That's all I'm saying. Okay, and like we were saying on the last show, I mean, it's a win. It's a win, but like seriously.
You know what was this?
Tony, talk me off the ledge.
No, it's time for Daddy to talk. Oh my gosh!
Talk me off the ledge.
Guys, Bronco fans out there, I was a little disappointed in y'all today, including listening onto the radio where a lot of people were upset. Oh, we should have lost because now we're going to have another chance at getting the draft. Screw that. Screw that. Hey, we're here. This is NFL football. Hey, right now we're only 2-5. Guess what? 3 games. 3 games. We go back to 500. And you don't know this, but maybe that we're going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs because every time that we played you in the last 4 games, look at the look at
not 4 games. So what is it, like a 15-game winning streak KC has on?
I understand what you're talking about that, Babs. But what I'm telling you is this. The last 4 games and the last 4 meetings that we've met, we have had great games. It was all the way down to the final seconds of the game for the game to get turned off. And there's a winner and there's a loser. And unfortunately, we're on that side. This time around, I see a little chance because we got a little money in our dance. What we're going to do.
We'll see. We'll see. Remember how high of a scoring game that was, though? The last time we played you guys, it was a high scoring game. What is like 28 to like 34 or something?
It was absolutely
barely
awesome.
won. Yeah.
Our defenses wasn't there. It was awesome. It was a great game to watch. It was like watching.
So if the Broncos are plus 10 or more,
Thank
Broncos.
God. Goddess James is here to just like,
Here.
oh my God.
Yay!
Thank God.
Why? Is Tony out of control again?
Tony.
What's up there, baby?
He is spreading
Yes.
he is spreading hope to Denver Broncos fans that the
I'm sending out
Broncos.
joy.
I just don't understand because, I mean, Spencer, you're always the biggest Bronco donkey, whatever.
8
Yeah.
years. Well, it is 2023. We have not had a winning season in 8 years. We're
Now
one of
the only away from being 500.
Yeah. I will give you, Tony. Okay, I'll tell right now. I will give you $1,000 if the Broncos make the playoffs. Put it on air. Write it down. If the Broncos somehow
You get $1,000, the Broncos make the playoffs.
1,000.
Thank you,
I
Shotgun.
will gladly pay you $1,000 if the Denver Broncos, mark it down right now, somehow pull a miracle and make the playoffs. Because what's going to happen is the Denver Broncos are probably going to win 2 more games all season. And they're going to play just good enough to like get the number 8 pick in the draft and miss out on all the good quarterbacks. Then we're going to go into next season with stupid ass Russell Wilson as our quarterback again. And we're going to have to go through another losing ass season again because we decided to win like 2 completely meaningless effing football games. You want to go through this again? You want to keep going through this again next year and the year after that?
Like it's a reoccurring commercial that you never want to watch, but you have to watch it because it's on the station that you're watching.
That's because you don't got cable.
No, that was the Denver Post today. Spencer said that was one of the articles they had up today. It was the Broncos are so bad that they can't even lose a game that they need to lose.
Yes. Game against the effing Packers and they win. Anyways,
It's
football.
folks out there.
G Unit. Just tell me some positive news about football and the Chiefs and Travis Kelce and T Swizzle practicing making babies. Give me something positive.
I mean, yeah, we beat the Chargers yesterday, and that was a hell of a good game. Our defense was looking so good.
Dude,
Patrick Mahomes got, 424 yards yesterday. Dude. He's just obviously top of the top, but obviously the spotlight's now on Travis Kelce because he's dating Taylor Swift. Therefore, we have NFL has a whole nother audience. And Kansas City is like the most liked team of the NFL right now.
I saw that Taylor Swift is dating that guy. I saw that.
Yeah.
You're now just, it's like a whole thing.
She's at the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. So obviously the Kansas City has like a whole new spotlight on them, and it's super, super funny, but awesome. You know, and we just won the Super Bowl last year, and now this, it's great. It's great. Kansas City's doing great.
The thing that's scary to me about the Chiefs, like I was talking earlier in the season, is if their defense gets good, again, like I said, dudes, just give them the trophy now.
Yeah.
Right now, who's giving them a run for their money to get that Lombardi trophy again?
After yesterday, my boy Lamar is going to. You watch that right there.
In reality, the
Ravens do look good.
And then there's another, and then there's another one we already talked about earlier. You have his poster on the wall, Sunshine.
Somebody's been talking about Jacksonville for like a year now, but still, the problem is that would be true if that game was in Jacksonville. It's just say it's the AFC Championship game, and Kansas City has home field advantage, and they have a good defense. Like, their offense has maybe sputtered a little bit, but it doesn't matter if you got Patrick Mahomes, a bunch of nobodies, and a badass defense. There's still a Super Bowl contending team.
Why are you talking about Jacksonville? Baltimore will kick Jacksonville's ass if they play them in the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
Not if Kansas City has a good defense.
Kansas City and Baltimore are a pretty damn good game right now because KC, although, they do look like probably the best team in the NFL right now, they ain't been the 100% team they was. Philly ain't been 100% team it was. Baltimore's just gaining the spot. Plus, they got a good defense on offense. It's starting to catch on. Don't count them out, man. I'm just telling you.
Got us, James.
But Jacksonville ain't going to do what you thinking they're going to do right there. They'll be in the playoffs, yes.
Got us, James. What have you been up to for the last couple of weeks? Anything cool? I don't want to talk about football because the Broncos are horrible.
Well, if you want to dunk it down on some domination talk, because
you've been busy dominating people.
while y'all have been watching football or whatever, I've had a couple in real life sessions, but mostly just doing my thing where I go live similar to this. Actually, only it's just me, and then I just sit there and I'm paid to just sit and speak with submissives of different kinds. And I've mostly been doing that, going live and having my live domination shows. Where
do you get to actually like whip people?
Yes, that's actually probably one of the most common ones. Is Impact. So Impact is like
bad boy.
essentially, and most of the time, if it's Impact, they want to try different things. So they want to be like whipped and cropped and try other things, devices of torture.
Dang, girl. Put them in their place.
Everybody's trying to get off and freak you out.
Awesome.
It's really fun, honestly.
Oh my god!
Seems like that hurts.
It's good kind. I don't even know how to explain it. They're like submissive people.
Yeah,
like there can be men or women.
It's no different than the Broncos season.
Get the Broncos on there.
Wow.
No,
Broncos
you
is a
right. You get no pleasure out of the Broncos.
No.
No. Do you guys remember Bull Durham? Remember when Nuke LaLoosh has to wear the like lingerie under his baseball uniform, and like the second he stops wearing lingerie under his baseball uniform, he starts losing games. Susan Sarandon's character makes him like wear like a G-string, like a girl's G-string. It's
you know what we call those in the domination world? We call those sissies.
Elephant dogs.
Oh,
sissies.
They're males who like to wear lingerie or girly type clothing and dress up and act super feminine. It's called a sissy or sissification.
Yeah. If you have either of you girls ever seen Bull Durham? It's one of the greatest. No. It's a great movie about life in general, but also sports and love and romance and baseball. I think I think it's the greatest sports movie ever made, personally. What do you guys think?
I've never heard
of Bull Durham.
It's up there.
You and Max, when you're laying around or whatever it is, you go ahead and freaking watch Bull Durham. It's a great, great movie.
Okay.
Back in the 80s.
Back shelf.
Yeah.
Yes.
Throw the heat, meat.
Nuke LaLoosh.
Is this heaven? No, man.
So anyways, football is a sport that I don't really care about right now, but
that's that you do a freaking podcast about sports and you hate all the teams that you
I can't
I hate this sport.
Explain how angry I am about the Denver Broncos. I mean, okay, well let's say this. Were you guys willing to admit that if Russell Wilson gets released or is not a Denver Bronco the start of next season, it was the worst trade in NFL history?
No.
Name a worst trade, please.
Trade.
You just don't want to admit it. That's all.
You know
it is
close.
I mean, bro.
That and the Herschel Walker are the only ones, because Dallas got Aikman,
Emmitt Smith,
Michael Irvin. Yeah, they got That's the only one I can maybe compete with it right there.
And the only reason is just all that guaranteed goddamn money. It's like $250 million guaranteed dollars for what's going to end up being 6 wins, and there's the door, a-hole.
If you're going to be paying Tony $1,000 when some crazy
I don't
crap.
care. I would gladly pay Tony $1,000. You would, like I said, you'd literally have to call Tim Tebow out of freaking retirement to come and salvage this Broncos season. Anyways, so right now we think Jacksonville and Baltimore. I don't know about Baltimore. The Bills might give the Chiefs.
That's supposed to be on your wall, Spencer.
Are we heading directly for? I guess let's look at the NFC. Are we looking at a rematch? I mean, is there any way we don't see a rematch of the Super? Well, the Niners. You got the Niners out there.
They look human again tonight. They looked human last week for the first time in a while, and now they were down 10-0 when we came in here to start this. They don't look the part anymore right now. I mean, granted, yes, they should be there, but they don't anymore.
Then that was the main thing. It was just Purdy is still, he's an unknown. You can come out and play good for a few games, even half a season. You guys remember when Josh McDaniels took over the Denver Broncos and we started off 6-0 with Kyle Orton? Like, I don't think he won another game for a year and a half before he got fired. So, there's the one guy, another Broncos quarterback that they thought was going to be good, kind of looked like a Brock Purdy. I forget his name. The kid. Then he got a big contract with Minnesota, but it just longevity, being good, even great in the NFL. Like you need more than a 6-game example. Because I don't know, like if they lose tonight. So the Niners without a great quarterback, do they give the Eagles a run for their money? Do they give the Chiefs a run for their money without a great quarterback?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, Purdy don't play like he does during the regular season. They have no chance in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm right.
Yeah.
Hey, I do have a surprise out there where it's kind of surprised me.
Goddess James, the Lions.
I have a question.
What?
So, since everybody clearly watches football here,
yes.
What would you all agree is the team that's doing the best right now?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
The Chiefs, yeah, G-Unit. Yeah, G-Unit's Chiefs, definitely.
Yeah.
But they're not like it's weird, man, because the season's not like last year. We had the Chiefs, the Eagles pretty much just dominating everybody.
Mm-hmm.
They're dominating anybody this year. I mean, the Chiefs, you've had a couple of close games that y'all could have lost, should have lost, whatever you want to say, but you're still 6-1 right now. I mean, the Eagles can say the same thing. I mean, yeah, it's been a pretty damn weird season this year.
Yeah. That's kind of what I don't know. I was chatting with somebody about that. It's kind of like 3 years ago, whatever, the year that the Niners the Chiefs beat the 49ers. You guys remember that season? I'm pretty sure they were not dominating. They were winning a lot of games by like 3 points, 6 points, 1 point, whatever. And then Mahomes got hurt in the middle of that season, was out for like a month. They lost some games.
Yeah.
And a lot of people kind of totally forgot they'd written off the Kansas City Chiefs. Then all of a sudden, Patrick Mahomes gets healthy and they win the Super Bowl.
I remember hearing that when
they went from being kind of forgotten about to winning the freaking Super Bowl. And even like last year, I've said that Chiefs team that beat the Niners, I think, was a better team than won the Super Bowl last year, which is scary. And now all those first year players from last year are now second year players, and their defense is getting good.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he could be GOAT Jr. barring injury. And it's crazy to say that because what Tom Brady has done is completely unparalleled. He's won, was it 7 Super Bowls that Brady has? I think he's won 7. Like the closest guy is 4. Like just winning 1 is a big deal. You win 2, you're going to the Hall of Fame. He's won 7, Tom Brady. And if Patrick Mahomes keeps doing what he's doing, he's going to make Tom Brady's records look like they're nothing.
That would be cool to see, honestly.
Yeah.
See someone else.
On the way.
I don't see it happen with the pair to the NFL now. I don't see the Chiefs doing a run like that.
I get that, but I just don't see any quarterbacks.
So much talent. There's so much talent.
Long as he stays healthy, for the next decade, it could be like watching Alabama for the last 10 years. That's what it's like watching Kansas City for the next 10 years, where it's just
Kind of what's right there in a sense. I mean, yeah, no, KC's won 2 Super Bowls right there. Alabama won a few more in that little sense there, but now, as you see in college, it's swinging around. There's not just a dominant Alabama team anymore. There's nobody.
No. I guess what I'm saying is it just kind of gets boring watching the same team kick ass every single year.
But why is that then? But why is that though? And the other teams can do the same thing,
They just some teams get lucky. Some teams get lucky, You guys had basically the balls to draft Patrick Mahomes. Bill Belichick back in 2000 had the balls to draft a guy named Tom Brady in the 6th round. Think about how many teams passed on Tom Brady. 9 teams. I'm pretty sure Patrick Mahomes was the 10th pick of that draft. 9 teams passed on Patrick Mahomes, and next thing you know, they struck gold. So, I don't know. That's all. It's just like, and that might not be what happens. Who knows? Maybe Trevor Lawrence, maybe Sunshine, maybe Josh Allen.
They've got a good shot at, man. Because I mean, Mahomes is already kind of doing like Brady did, kind of restructuring his contract to let the team sign other players to help the team get better, as opposed to just giving it all to me. Kelsey kind of the same way. Not really a big contract for a tight end. Allows Kansas City to bring in other players to keep the team going, man. Yeah, if any team has a chance of doing something like that, brother, it definitely is Kansas City Chiefs.
So I don't know. Just somebody, Tony, you got anything interesting to say about football? I mean, it's tough being a Broncos fan and just being 7 weeks into the season, and I don't give a crap. I'm a hockey fan. Go Avs.
Shotgun. Hey. If we're going to talk about craziness in football, we are going to talk about it now. We're going to be talking about all these teams that has 1 game or 1 win, 2 wins, maybe 3 wins. There's not too many that is out there where you could say is a 4-2 team, or a 500 team. Everybody's struggling right now, which that kind of benefits my Broncos. Besides the non-Bronco lover in the corner right there.
I mean,
all of us apparently.
All I'm saying is this: football is going to be different this year, and I see different action in the playoffs now. By looking at all these teams, you don't know who's going to make it in. You don't know who's going to be the wild card or the one. You just don't know right now where it's getting interesting. We find out in another 3 weeks because with all these buys, with all these injuries that have been happening, like the last couple of weeks, you had McCaffrey hurt. You have the Minnesota boy hurt, Jefferson, the number 1 wide receiver. You had Barkley hurt. You had Little hurt. You have all these big names hurt that are trying to come back, and Kupp's trying to come back, and he's doing all right now. But
okay, let's do this real quick.
How are you not excited by this, Spencer? I mean, seriously, there's no dominant team in the NFL right now. It's all week to week. Any team can beat the other. Any team can beat the other.
I mean, okay, I'm a lifelong Broncos fan, and I basically hate every single other NFL team. It's just at what level do I hate every other team?
Well, then you just start gambling so you can like a team that you put money on.
Yeah, that's literally the only way I can make this season worth watching at this point is to start gambling. That's it. That's the solution. Start gambling.
This year, this is a good season where everybody, anyway, yes, the Bills to the freaking Patriots.
All right.
Last week you had the Chiefs losing, or what was it? Almost lose. I'm sorry, you almost lost. Chiefs did. Then you had the Eagles losing to the Jets. I mean, you had the mighty, Detroit Lions 5-1 coming in, and Baltimore kicks their ass. I mean,
that's freaking. What do you guys thoughts? If there is a team, if there is a crazy little team out there that maybe could pull a miracle and knock off Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
Sunshine!
Cinderella season.
Sunshine!
Do you think it could be the Detroit Lions? No, the Detroit Lions. Like those teams are a lot alike.
They beat us already.
At home, they beat them in Kansas City. Those teams are a lot alike. And they got nothing to lose. So if there's a team that's going to come out and roll the dice and razzle dazzle, run flea flickers and give no Fs at all, if they ever had to play the Chiefs again, it'd be the Lions.
Yeah.
What do you guys
the
think?
Lions just got beat, what was it, 35-6 yesterday by Baltimore? That Lions team, yeah, good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, you forgot one team that's actually been all right.
I'm sorry, 38-6. I forgot about the field goal by Tucker. My bad.
No,
Yeah.
never mind.
You forgot one team that is in trouble right now, but they're actually doing all right, and that's the Cleveland Browns. I
are
know.
you kidding?
Yeah, here we go. But here we go again. All right, you got Deshaun Watson that came in. He gets hurt. He falls out. Boom, he's out for the rest of the game. But then you also don't have a running back. Now Ford came in, but now he's out 2 to 3 weeks. Kareem Hunt came in. He scored 2 touchdowns yesterday.
You win by 1 point over Gardner Minshew and the Colts, and you call that a good one? No.
Rico?
They won.
No.
A win's a win, man. It's ugly to say, but a win's a win.
It is a win.
That puts you in the
Okay. Say. So now we're just going to Cinderella. We're just going to pick Cinderellas because that's the only thing I find interesting right now about the season. My Cinderella for the season, who's going to, get to put on the slippers and go to the ball for the night, is the Cincinnati Bengals. Sitting there at 3-3. Nobody's thinking about them. That's a team that could go on a run. Bama, who's your Cinderella?
If I had to pick one right now, and it's not quite a 3-3, but I'm going to go Seattle Seahawks.
That's a good one. That's actually a good one, dude. There's a lot of talent. They got a lot of Broncos players on that team.
That's plus a lot of that's the bad thing about it is having a lot of Broncos. I don't blame them for that. The other players,
they've got a lot of draft picks that would be Broncos on that team. And we got Russell Wilson.
Strong. They were this close to beating your Cincinnati team last week. You just talked about and just missed out at the end on like 4 opportunities. So
Cinderella. Okay, so Cinderella has to be a team that is 500 or less. So I don't want to hear people saying, the 49ers. So I'll give you the list of these teams right now. These are possible Cinderellas. You got the New York Jets at 3-3.
No.
You got New England at 2-5.
No.
You got the Bengals at 3-3.
Possibly.
You got the Colts at 3-4.
No.
You got Tennessee at 2-4.
No.
Holy shit! How are the Chargers 2-4?
Because the Chargers suck this year. They should have fired a coach last year, the year before.
Yeah. Imagine.
Yeah.
Sean Payton. Do you think Sean Payton's sitting there like, God dang it, I made the wrong decision. I should have went back to TV for 1 year, and then I could be the head coach of the Chargers. Because the Broncos, I hate to say this, but okay, let's fast forward. Let's hit the fast forward button. Russell Wilson's gone. The Broncos hopefully get a top 10 pick. They take a quarterback with it. Think about the Detroit Lions, the Cleveland Browns. Think about all these teams in the NFL that for years are perennially picking in the top 10. Just because you have a pick in the top 10 and you take a quarterback does not mean that kid's going to be a star. Think about how many top 10 quarterbacks.
The quarterback in the top 10, honestly, right there.
Jamie, yes.
So based on that comment, right? You could pluck a quarterback that's great with this one team, but it could be shit somewhere else, right?
Mm-hmm, right.
So then essentially the way teams are going to play is based all about on the inside, right? How good they are of a team
Should be
interacting with each other. It's like the quarterback can't do shit if they don't have good plans before the game or not good communication stuff, right? Yeah. Like that really just determines.
Basically, that's kind of what we were just talking about with the San Francisco 49ers. Because the San Francisco 49ers right now have a great team, but when you're talking about winning the Super Bowl, almost always the Super Bowl is won by a team with a great quarterback. Almost always. There's only been like maybe 5 times in like 55 years that I could name a team that won the Super Bowl that didn't have a great quarterback.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You have to be the whole package typically to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. The 49ers, they're right now trying to figure out if this kid, Brock Purdy, is even good, because you just got to be good on the 49ers. You don't even got to be great because the team is so good. But without even a good quarterback, they probably, even as great as that team is, won't be good enough to get past like the Philadelphia Eagles or the Detroit Lions. Because the quarterback in football is probably the most important position of all sports.
They lead.
You guys agree with that?
Well,
Is there another position in sports that is more important than a quarterback in the NFL?
The quarterback is like the backbone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What
the
is
pitcher of a baseball team. The pitcher of the baseball team. They're the leaders.
Yeah, like
But
the basically director.
I guess, yeah, baseball pitcher and quarterback, pretty much the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing about being a pitcher is you only pitch every 5 days. The quarterback starts every game, hopefully, and plays every down of every game.
So who do you think has the best quarterback right now?
Play like 17 games, baseball players pitch like 30 a year.
Patrick Mahomes is basically by far the best quarterback in the NFL.
He's really good, not gonna lie.
He's sick. There's a lot, you got there's a bunch. Trevor Lawrence, what's his face? Joe Burrow, the guy from San Diego, Justin Herbert.
The guy from Baltimore, Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson, he is great.
Almost as many yards at halftime as Mahomes yesterday. Lamar was over 200 yards halftime with 2 TDs.
All I'm going to say about Lamar is I want to see him do that in the playoffs. He never has yet. He never has. That's the problem with Lamar, Regular season statistics mean nothing. That's why, like, when I used to have my fantasy football league, it was a touchdown league,
We'll see what happens there, but
yeah.
Yes. I love our offense this year. I love Baltimore. They got more of it. It's Lamar in the pocket. That's what it's about. Let some legs still work.
So Tony, make your Cinderella pick. What of these teams do you think could go to the ball?
To go to the show?
Well, not the show. Just make the playoffs. Just make the playoffs. And you got, like, I just read off the teams. You got the Broncos. The only team I didn't read off there. Well, I guess there's a few more. You got the Redskins 3-4, the Giants at 2-5, Green Bay's 2-4, Minnesota's 2-4, the Bears are 2-5. There's a lot of suck teams in the NFL this year. Tampa Bay's kind of interesting, 3-3.
I like Tampa Bay.
No.
I do like Tampa Bay. I like Sorry Parker. He's a good quarterback.
Sorry Parker has done nothing the last couple of weeks, man. That team went from 1 to like 3-3 now. Tampa Bay is like Tampa Bay now.
But the AFC side, I like the Cleveland Browns being a quiet animal.
But see, they're 4-2, so they're not necessarily a Cinderella.
Yeah, but they don't have nobody on their team. Everybody's hurt.
Yeah, right now they're hurt, but
all of them.
No,
I know.
Minnesota, you said, are what, 2-4?
Yeah.
Well, right now they're up 19-7 over the mighty San Francisco 49ers late in the third quarter. If Minnesota holds on to win this game and gets a 3-4, how the hell would you not put them up in that kind of a spot, man? You have to think about it. And that's without Justin Jefferson they're doing this with tonight.
Yeah.
And they're beating up on a team a lot of you guys have sent in the Super Bowl, the San Francisco 49ers.
And
the Rams
is a quiet Washington.
What about the Rams? The Rams are 3-4.
After getting like they did by Pittsburgh yesterday, no,
they're done.
At home, Rams won't do anything.
All right. Yeah. Well, NFL, NFL football. It's just. Hey, Tony, we've never lived through anything like what we've lived through in the last 8 years. My entire life. The Denver Broncos are one of the winningest sports teams in all of sports. And for 8
it hurts.
This is going to be the 8th straight losing season after winning a Super Bowl. Anyways.
That's what hey, shotgun, that's what happens when you sign your deed to the devil, man.
And that's what I mean about finding a great quarterback. It's not easy. There are teams. Okay, the Detroit Lions have never, I don't think, had a Hall of Fame quarterback, have they? Ever. And they've been around since like 1940 or something. They've never had a Hall of Fame quarterback. So it's this, and okay, and this is why I brought up this point. If you're Sean Payton and Russell Wilson doesn't work out, and he already took the job with the Denver Broncos, yeah, you get draft picks, but those are just a bunch of maybes. Like, if you would have sat, and I'm glad we have Sean Payton. I'm just looking at this from like a different perspective, where if he could have went to the Chargers next year, wouldn't, man, boy, if Russell Wilson ends up just shit in the bed and all you got to show for it is a bunch of draft picks, and you could have taken that Chargers job with Justin Herbert and had a much easier rebuild of a team. It's much easier to rebuild a team that you're starting with a great quarterback than when you're having to replace the quarterback, you know, because we have not replaced PFM, and that was 8 years ago.
Yeah, but also a coach does destroy a team too. Look at many years ago when we had little Chucky coming to do his head coaching job at the Denver Broncos. We had a great quarterback. We had a great wide receiver.
That's why I still hate that guy. You know what I think it'd be funny though is like,
there's two ways on that, two sides.
If he were to get fired, do you think they would let him come be our offensive coordinator?
Well, we fired Vance Joseph. Guess what? He came back.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing the defense had was Vance Joseph this year.
All right. Okay. Bottom line, I hate football the rest of the year. Let's talk about hockey or baseball or something because I just can't. Let's take a little break. Let's run some of our super amazing sports and tacos commercials, and we'll give some shout outs to the sponsors, and we'll talk about the Nuggets and the Avs and baseball. It's gonna be
Rangers, go Rangers!
Hey, what did I tell you about the Texas Rangers, America?
Yes.
Chuck
Go
Norris,
Ohio
baby.
State. Ohio State. College football.
Go Michigan, baby!
Go
Sports and tacos. We got freaks out there. We got 4 of them. We got 5 of them. We got special guests. We got a man in the shower. We got a brainiac. We got a guy that looks like he's supposed to be on Sports Center. And then you got me. It's all about the TMP, Sports and Tacos.
Perfect. Sports and tacos.
Baby, what you want for tight end day?
No,
Who are the guys at Sports and Tacos? We're a bunch of sports experts who work together in a huge sports bar forever. And we know more sports than anybody in this entire world because we put our money where our mouth is.
Where my mouth is, that's the only way I'm going to be able to make football interesting this year.
All about having some fun, a little bit of sports knowledge from 3, 4, 5, 6 different folks, depending on the night. Let you know about what happened that day in sports. We'll get to it. Check us out. Sports and Tacos at YouTube.
Perfect.
All right, ladies and gentlemen in TV land, YouTube, Sports and Tacos, Mondays, Thursdays, and Sunday Fun Day. Come join us. YouTube, Sports and Tacos.
We're about to knock out the freaking Astros.
Yeah, buddy. Take out those stupid Astros.
Rangers. Rangers.
Chuck Norris, Texas Ranger.
8-2, baby. 8-2. Shit.
Yes,
But
this is not
either, but I was going for the Rangers.
stupid
As long as he
Astros.
with the Phillies.
I hate the freaking Astros too. God, I'm such a negative person in regards to sports these days. I really need to become more positive. Maybe it's just living in Los Angeles. It just turns you into a negative person. Goddess James, I'm going to let you kick us off with our sponsors. Do you have anything you want to shout out? Your business, anything?
Hey, I'll shout out my business. So if you are a submissive person and you are looking for an online dom or in-person dom in the area, who is actually professional, going on 4 years straight. With a self-made business, self-taught everything professional. My Twitter is goddessxjame. My Instagram is goddessjame. I have several different payment methods, but Twitter is my main page. If you want to see me on live, I'm on loyalfans.com/goddessjame.
It goes like this.
The screen, whenever any of you are fucking around.
Yes. Okay, so then, and G Unit is back. So G Unit, why don't you give a shout out to Smoke Lab Vodka?
This is Smoke Lab Vodka from Punjab, India, made with basmati rice and pure Himalayan spring water. It's awesome. You guys should try it. It makes a great espresso martini. You've got the original vodka, and then you have the aniseed, which has that black licorice flavor. You can get it at all liquor stores in California.
Awesome. Are you and Dawn? Are you and Dawn still like?
Yeah.
Still doing things and stuff.
We sure are. Yeah, we're doing an event this Friday for Halloween.
Oh wow! All right, God, dude, I've been working so much that like
I know we all are. Well,
like,
I'm not a little.
I like wake up and it's like, oh, it's Christmas already. Oh,
I know,
God.
Spencer. I feel the same way. I heard you say maybe it's LA. No, it's a thing here.
Like,
LA is just different. I don't know.
That is so factual. LA is like an alien.
I can't explain it. I
It
know.
is.
I know. It's crazy.
I
I might
need to go-
be moving.
I need to visit Normal. If you do, I was thinking when you had your baby, I thought maybe that might be. Where would you guys go? Back home?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh,
Is that where he's from?
That's where he's from. Yeah, I know it's crazy, but LA is crazy.
Like, how are you gonna? Yeah, I know. When you guys had your baby, I was just like thinking about your guys. Like, if I were to make a baby in LA, like, how would you? Unless you were just like totally rich, like, really raise.
It must be so hard
it's so hard. It already has been hard, and it's only been 3 months, and I don't want him to go to the schools here, and there's just a lot of other factors too. But life is very fast here, and I just want life to slow down.
Yeah. I that's one of the reasons I loved being coming from Denver. It was like a big enough city, where it wasn't like totally small, but it was small enough to where it was a great place to grow up.
Yep.
Like most people who transplant here always end up wanting to go back home because it's so different here, and it's so hard to find anything familiar, honestly, because LA is such its own being. Like, personally,
there's no way I would still be here if it wasn't for acting, writing, producing, having a movie, now a show coming out. There's no way I would still be here. There's no way.
It's such a hustle, and once
I love it. You have to really love those things to put up with just the madness out here.
Yep.
So.
Okay. Do you guys have LA? Do y'all drive? I know the traffic's freaking horrible out there. Do y'all have cars?
Oh, it's horrible, Bama. It's gotten worse.
I have never
gotten worse.
It's worse here than it is in the middle of the city of Manhattan. It's still worse here.
It's because everybody has a goddamn car. There's no subways.
Everyone drives
Really?
Bro,
it's horrible.
You guys want to hear a story? I've heard this repeatedly from people who've lived here a long time. That back in the 50s, they had a massive plan for mass transit, underground subways in LA, because they knew, that it was just going to be insane. There's no way you could have 20 million people all getting up every day, getting in their cars and have a transit system that worked.
If they had a subway here, that'd be great.
Well, apparently they started building it, and General Motors went and put a squash on it because they said you can't do it because of earthquakes, knowing damn well that they would sell 200 million cars over the next 60 years to Southern California. Because if you look at a map, it looks like someone. It looks like someone was tripping acid when they designed the streets in Los Angeles. Like they slapped paint against the wall, and they're like, "Yep, that's going to be the way that street looks. It's going to have a loop-de-loop, and it's going to have 3 diagonal streets going through it with a bridge over it."
Yeah, Kate Ashbury. That's who designed it.
It's insane. You explained it to a T. You explained it to a
That's
T.
exactly how it is.
Like
Yeah.
in 1960,
It's
they
insane.
dropped acid, and they were like, "Yep," because most normal cities have streets that go like this: north and south, and east and west. Not here.
Yeah, most. Yeah. For the most part, yeah. LA's not like that, huh?
Like
No,
you look
LA is
at like it's
loop de loop and turn into
like,
this. We go
and I don't know if it's because like maybe the neighborhoods. I don't the streets, especially like in LA proper.
I swear I know what this is. I
They
swear.
don't go through. You have to like make a dumb left and a quick right.
I think they just made like a plan and then they just
Yes.
kept building on top of it for however many decades.
But it didn't line up. Like the streets didn't line up, and then they built the next block of houses.
Yeah.
And all the streets are like, I don't know what you call that, adjacent, adjust.
And the hills, forget about it. The hills,
dude.
trying to drive in the hills. Forget about it.
Wow. Sounds like Denver's the place to be.
I'm just saying, for growing up.
I'm comfortable. So that means you have Davis Avenue, Davis Corner, Davis Road, Davis Drive.
I remember the day, like I think it was 2017. I booked a Chili's commercial, laying on my couch, like, I can do it. I can move to LA and pursue acting. I'm gonna break up with my girlfriend. I'm out of here. Screw it. Like, Jesus, what was I doing? What was I Anyways, whatever. It's fine.
You have the regret now.
No, I guess actually I don't. I'm actually having fun. I mean, we got the movie, the show. Everybody, and just so you know, Goddess James, everybody loves the show.
Really?
Yes, I'll send it to you soon. Everybody
That's
loves
so great. How cool it was to be a part of that.
Yeah. So luckily, but I would say I know like 90% of people that are like me. Like if I didn't have, like I said, if I didn't have that movie in that show, I'd be out of here by now.
As well. If I wasn't doing domination here, I would already be home.
Yeah.
Out of here.
No, thank you. So, anyways, sport. Okay, let's get Hammond Entertainment. I should be talking to Bill pretty soon. Catching up with Bill. Bill puts on amazing golf tournaments. Who else do we want to give a shout out to? Because I've been working so much that like got to get Dan Wolken back on the show. Dan's been on 50 episodes of Pawn Stars. Sells the most amazing sports cards and memorabilia in the world. Got to get Ray Pinetto back on the show. Again, sells the most amazing sports memorabilia in the world. Like if you want an autographed anything for like a Christmas present, Ray's your dude. And Mr. Paul Pratt. We'll have Paul Pratt back on the show soon. So ex-Detroit Lion. And of course, Greg Vaughn. Like I said, they were both maybes tonight. It was kind of a last minute thing. But let's talk. So the Rangers, is it official? Are the Rangers on their way to the World Series?
They're up 10-2 right now in the ninth inning. But real quick, Greg Vaughn's a 23 wine. That's his wine name. It was 23 after his number. So good luck to Greg on his wine right there. But yeah, 10-2 in the bottom of it's only the sixth. Holy cow. But it is 10-2. So yes, Rangers are on their way to the World Series, bar a complete disaster.
So
I did say Texas was going.
Yes, but this was crazy though, Spencer. Honestly, brother. I mean, in this series here,
awesome.
Not a single home team has won a game yet. If the Rangers finish out this game tonight, that means Houston was 0-4 at home, Texas was 0-3.
Damn, and the Diamondbacks just forced Game 7.
They won a Game 7. So
can you imagine?
How pissed off do you think networks are going to be when it's going to Arizona versus Texas?
Well, I mean, not only that, but like we were talking at work about how unlikely the Diamondbacks, if they make it to the World Series, you were in a division with the Dodgers, the Padres, even the Giants.
Giants, yeah.
The Diamondbacks, I wonder what the odds were on them to make the World Series. I bet it was like 100-1.
They was at the bottom. I guarantee, even after there was the final 8 left, I guarantee they was at the bottom.
They were maybe a little above like the Rockies, Nobody was talking about
saying even if it was late teams, man, I guarantee you they were the worst odds to get into the finals right there.
Yeah, that's at least there's some parity. At least we got a little parity in baseball right now.
Parity, my Braves are out. Screw that. Yeah.
Well, see,
I
that
like
would have been non-parody. That would have been what Dodgers versus Braves. That's what everybody was expecting. And that's not.
Yeah, and Braves versus Astros in the finals. That's what was supposed to happen.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I would probably be less likely to watch like a Dodgers versus, I don't know, somebody then, because I'm the kind of guy, because I like baseball. I like underdogs. So I'll watch a Rangers Diamondbacks World Series if I can, just because it's new teams. It's new teams in there, and it should be something fun to watch. So what are your thoughts, Tony?
Good teams. They're both really good teams. They are, yeah.
What do you think, Tony?
Go Texas.
Go Texas. Nice. That's,
I called them.
Avalanche are doing good. You mentioned hockey. Avalanche are 5-0 to start this season right here.
Yeah.
They're 1 win away from tying the Avalanche record for the most consecutive wins to start a season at 6, and they're 2 wins away from the franchise record, which the Nordiques set at 7, I guess it is.
Yeah.
NHL record's only 10 straight. The Avalanche are halfway there right now, 5-0. They're one of the 2 or 3 teams left that hadn't got beat yet, but they're looking pretty good. They also just beat the Hurricanes, who are one of the favorites for a lot of folks to win the cup.
Yeah, and McKinnon scored a goal every single game.
And the Nuggets play your beloved Lakers tomorrow night to open the season. There's a lot of sports going on as the football you hate.
Yeah, that's right. So NBA actually kicks off tomorrow?
Yeah, Lakers and
yes, see, that's why I love sports. When one thing sucks, you get some 2 more cool things that start.
Rolls it over.
Yeah.
Brother, your GW is not going to do good this year. They're going to lose.
Who's GW? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Stephen Curry.
Oh, Golden State. No. I mean, I'll always now. Okay, yes, I admit it. I'm on the Nuggets bandwagon. They are.
James, you got to give him a smacking. Smack that booty.
You're finally on the bandwagon, huh?
Guys, lower down the ladder. I want to get on the bandwagon. Somebody throw me a rope. I'm gonna climb up into that bandwagon. Right.
Take your ass for a little bit first. Yeah.
Start just driving slow, so I have to run alongside for a minute and beg.
We're a Laker fan.
Because I hate the Lakers. I hate the Clippers. I've tried. I'm not gonna lie. I have tried to kind of like any Southern California teams, and I just hate them all. I'm just too biased because we hate them so much. Being born and raised in Denver, they're like the a-holes that come to town once in a while.
Yeah, I would agree.
Screw you guys. I can't do it. I can't do it. But at the same time, so it was kind of hard to be a Nuggets believer just from all the years of being just horrible for so many years. Remember the Michael Adams, Doug Moe? Didn't the Nuggets come close to being one of the worst teams ever back in the day? I think they did. They only won 14 games one season. Back in the McNichols Arena days.
This is when the Pepsi Center was Pepsi Center. Now it's Ball Arena. Yeah. But they had the Sterling Martin Coors Light NASCAR inside the arena, where you come and you pay $10, you get a picture taken, and then you get 2 free Nuggets tickets. You know how many tickets were in the trash can?
Oh,
now what happens?
Yeah, the Cronkies. I mean, dude, between the Avs, the Nuggets, and the Rams, because they own the Rams out here too. Is that not 3 titles in 3 years for the Cronkies between the Rams, and then the Avs won the Cup, and then the Nuggets won the NBA championship?
Yeah, that's that. Yeah.
I guess he had to make up some money because I think he had to pay this.
They do own a good soccer team. But
I think he ended up having to pay the city of St. Louis $750 million for stealing the Rams away from St. Louis.
The Rams, yeah.
They sued him for $1 billion. They wanted $1 billion for stealing the St. Louis Rams and bringing them to Los Angeles.
But is it really stealing? I mean,
he kind of was.
Team from one spot. Yeah. Nobody signs contracts saying they're going to be there for this amount of time.
Well, then, like, if I don't know if you guys remember, like, I don't know if you guys remember, like, a couple years ago, how the only reason he did it was because the NFL said they would have his back, and then when the city sued him, they were like, "No, we got your back way back." They didn't help him a bit. They're like, "Bro, you're Stan Kroenke. You own Walmart. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, like we were talking about that a couple years ago, how the only reason he did it was because the NFL said they would have his back, and then when the city sued him, they were like, "Nah, we got your back way back." They didn't help him a bit. They're like, "Bro, you're Stan Kroenke. You own Walmart. Like, $700 million to Walmart is nothing."
Yeah.
So
I'll give you a deal.
Walmart. That's the Broncos owners. The Broncos owners are Walmart. It's not
no,
Walmart.
it's all Walmart. Kroenke's their Walmart. Just so you
He's
know.
married into the family too.
Yeah, the Kroenkes, that's Walmart money. It's all Walmart money. There's like, I think Walmart itself bought the Broncos, but the Kroenkes, whatever, they're married to the Waltons or something. I don't know the exact thing, but yeah, it's all Walmart money. So they own the Rams, the Avs, the Nuggets, and the Broncos in one way, shape, or form.
Well, and they also own Arsenal in the English Premier League, which is one of the biggest soccer teams in the world.
Yeah. So, all right, dudes. Well, sports and tacos, we are back in effect. So, yeah, we need to do things and stuff. Get it rolling again.
Yeah.
Get Greg Vaughn. Start getting big people involved. Goddess James. You know what we should do? We should plan like just a little Zoom call sometime soon. Just to whatever, get this thing to the next level. Just get it out there. Get it out there. Because we've got the celebs. For a little podcast like this, like we have some pretty damn big names for a little podcast. There's not a little make-believe podcast to get the people that we do. So that's another little bonus of being in LA too. So
That's true.
Very true.
It's not often. So, all right, guys, everybody have a good evening. I'm glad everybody came on, and definitely next Monday night again, Tony and Bama, we'll try and do Sunday morning NFL preview if we can. And I guess that's it for tonight.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah. Always fun to meet
Yeah.
you guys.
I can't wait for this Broncos Chiefs game. Good luck.
All right, guys. All right, everybody have a good night. We'll see you
Until
soon.
next time.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.